Many places in the world are beyond the reach of terrestrial networks. Many of the forests, the farms, the oceans, and places that are becoming more and more critical to us just cannot be reached with conventional connectivity. And that's where satellite IoT comes in. That's the Internet of Things. If you're a company out there that's thinking of making a satellite IoT network, or if you're a satellite builder that wants to incorporate IoT connectivity into your system, then we've got an invitation for you. We at Lacuna have spent many years developing our technology, but we're now opening up our network and opening up our intellectual property so that other people can get to use it. We think that this is really important because the world is changing rapidly, mainly driven by climate change, but also many other factors. It means that some of these remote areas are becoming more and more important to humanity. So, for example, farming land, very often rural areas beyond normal connectivity, but being able to farm more efficiently with smart agriculture is absolutely critical. Likewise, generating power is being done in more and more places where connectivity is sparse. Those things are becoming more and more critical to us due to climate change. So we had an idea. Normal satellite connectivity can solve this problem, but the issue is it's complicated and it's expensive. How about if we can get a system where we have battery-powered sensors on the ground and they can run for maybe 10 years from a single charge, a single battery charge. So you don't need any maintenance because this is a remote place. They connect directly to the satellite, so you don't need to put a big dish or antenna in. And most importantly, we can build it to open standards so that you don't have to buy these ground devices from us. You can build them yourselves and connect to the system. And the critical bit is we're aiming to do this for sort of being able to make devices that cost tens of dollars and being able to connect for maybe just $1 a year, something like that. Anyway, that was the idea we came up with almost a decade ago. And it's taken a long time, but we've really got something special now. This is our system, which is the world's most efficient satellite IoT system. This can connect devices, look like this, literally the size of a beer mat. This particular one has got lots of sensors on board, temperature, humidity, motion sensors, location sensors, but you can also wire in third-party sensors as well to measure whatever you want. This will connect directly to the satellite. You don't need any dish or anything like that. The data will flow from there to our satellites, and then from our satellites back to our ground stations, where we'll then deliver it to you. This is up there and working now. It's proven technology. When we started out, people said, hey, that's just not going to work. You're not going to be able to do this with a battery-powered device. But we kind of knew we could from all the engineering calculations. And then we've proved it, and we've scaled up and we've scaled up. And our latest generation of satellites are flying an IoT gateway, which has got at least 20 times the capacity of any other satellite IoT gateway. This is important because this is what helps us to get the costs down. The more data and the more messages we can get through each gateway, the lower we can push the cost. So whilst it's possible to do all of these IoT things over satellite for small messages and small volume, the challenge is doing it at a volume where you can make it a commercial success. And that is a challenge that we've solved. The proposition that I'm making to everybody today is come join us. Come take benefit of the 9 years of development, the 20 million euros that we spent getting to this point. What we'll do is we'll offer to supply to you these gateways so that you can put them on your own satellites. We'll supply them with all of the software that you need and all the software for the ground system and the ground network so that you can get the messages down, and also the blueprints for the devices so that you can make your own devices. But what the deal is, you launch and fly these in the network, you'll join our Lacuna network, and your satellites will become part of that same network. So when your satellites receive our messages, you pass them to us. When our satellites receive your messages, we pass them to you. So you can go out and build up relationships with your own customers, develop your own custom devices to measure whichever parameter or whichever thing it is you wish to specialize in. The huge benefit to you is you can get started on day one. On day one, you can be using our existing satellites. These are there. This isn't a paper concept. This isn't some invention or a clever notion. They're up there. They're working. 100% in orbit success rate. To date, we've transferred over 4 million messages through the system. We've got 16 payloads that we've launched, and we've got applications and users in literally every single continent around the world. We're solving smart agriculture problems in Africa, environmental problems in Asia, with every single place in the world. We've got something going on just at the moment. You can make use of that straight away whilst you're developing your own satellites. And then when your satellites are ready to join our network, you can join in this system of roaming. The strategic benefits are kind of obvious. You can get there faster. You can get to market faster. You can start your IoT services straight away. Of course, you've got a lower capital outlay. You're going to be benefiting from the £20 million investment that we've made to get to this point. You don't need as much money to get started. You can launch with our technology. And of course, it's lower risk. We've proven out the system. We've been through an awful lot of pain and learning to get to this point. But what I don't want to give the impression is that you're then going to be dependent upon Lacuna. We're really trying to make and structure this network concept so it's a partnership. So you become a contributor as well as a beneficiary, and likewise for us, we're a contributor to the network and a beneficiary. So together, what we want to do is we want to be able to extend the network to reach further, to solve bigger and bigger problems. There are lots of companies out there that have tried to copy and tried to reproduce what we've done. What I'm saying is, don't do that. Just come join us. So if you're interested, please, contact points are here, and we'd love to hear from you. Love to talk further about your satellite IoT programs and how we can work together.